Hi everyone. So in today's module, we will be understanding about the 32 entrances as per Vastu. So coming directly to the point, before telling you how exactly what are entrances and all that, there as per Mahavastu or the Mahavastu school of thought, there are 32 entrances as we know. Okay, and just to give you an understanding, an entrance can be the is basically there are two types of entrances that we consider on a plot and on a building level in terms of the main entrances. Okay, so one entrance that we consider is from the actual outside of the house to entering inside of the house where people live and stay. The other one is the plot size entrance, so the one where you'll be entering from the road into the plot, that entrance. So we consider two types of entrances that we majorly take into consideration here. Now, like I said, a entrance in general layman terminology basically means any space where one person or an individual moves from one space into another and can be closed off when not required or when not in use or when not traveling from one space to another with a door. General terminology, so you're basically going to move from one space to another. So that can be indoor to outdoor or outdoor to indoor, however you want to see it. Okay, now one thing that you see in majority of the properties, like I said, is one is the outside from the road to the entrance inside of the gate. That is the plot complex you will be entering, so that can be considered one entrance. And logically speaking, the other entrance can be from that inside of the compound to inside of your house entrance. That can be considered as the second entrance that we have. Now most of the times what happens, a balcony we can take into consideration. So let us take over here. The overall funda of a door basically or an entrance means where you can move to one space to another. So technically even balconies that are open full length and where you can move from the inside of your space to the balcony area, that is also considered as the entrance. Of course not the main door entrance, but an entrance that or a, that is giving you a place of movement. But consider such kind of windows. These are full length windows, but here you cannot move into the balcony because the grilling is exactly given to the balcony. You can only stand here. So there's no movement from one space to another. So this type is generally not considered as a entrance. But yes, if the extension of the balcony is more than one third of the room space or anything as such, and you can actually move from the inside of the space to the balcony area, that is also considered entrance, but like I said, not a main entrance on general terminology. Now if you've understood me till here, let us just understand with a quick example of what I've been trying to say. Now let us consider the first thing. If you can see my cursor, this is the overall dimension of the plot and this is the overall dimension of the house, correct? So there are two entrances that can be see at the plot level. So one is directly leading to the staircase that gives you entrance to the living room, and one is only used for accessing the parking area. So these are the two plot level entrances that we have. And then we enter into the living space, basically the inside space. So this is also considered an entrance. So while we are placing the Vastu Chakra on any plot in this case, we will be placing two methods. One is on the plot level and one is on the building level. Okay. So let me just give you a quick understanding. So if this is my plot level entrance, okay, we'll also be having another entrance on the building level. So we'll be placing two Vastu Chakras to understand if it is placed properly in the both building level and in the plot level. So that is one thing that I wanted to cover. Similarly, the next thing I wanted to mention is, since there are no what you say exits over here, these are all window placements. There's only one space that exists into the service area. So like I said, if there's even a space that you're moving from one space to another and it is allowing a movement, this is also considered as an entrance that you can see over here. This zone is also considered as an entrance. So why I'm specifying all of this is, when you actually place your Vastu Chakra both on the plot level and on the building level, you will be able to understand the openings as per this. When a Vastu Chakra is played, whichever zone this falls into, this and this, these will be having impacts on your space. So it's important even these individual gate entrances, plot and like the plot entrances or building entrances, The entrances must be according to zones and properly placed zones. Again, we'll come into the details of how each 32 of the entrances and what attributes are associated to it, and in case if it the zone is not placed properly, what are the negative effects, what are the positive effects. We'll definitely deal with it in the further sessions, but on a general note, to give you an understanding, this is what we consider. Coming into the next thing, again, let us take into consideration over here. First thing we'll be taking is the plot level in the second diagram, and again, one will be taking as a building level. Okay. Now you can see you have one main entrance here. So the entrance zone at which this is falling will definitely affect you. Here, as you can see, there are no external doors or entrances that are there for any utility services. So this is the only thing that you'll be considering. Plot level also, this is only one consideration. So logically, this is one entrance and this is one entrance, and we'll be looking at which zone they fall into to understand what are their zonal attributes and how exactly they're affecting the overall built space as per Vastu. Okay, now let us run through a couple of more examples so you guys have a clearer understanding. So here I've taken a detailed understanding here because, like you can see, as per Vastu, first we have to understand if this is the correct suitable place for a garden, if this is a correct suitable place for a garden. But coming back into the basic thing like we're covering today, that is the entrances. First, we should consider plot level entrance and then building level entrance. Okay. So plot level entrance, you can see there are what you say one major entrance that is happening over here. Let us consider the entrance gate is somewhere this side. Okay. And main door level entrance, one entrance is coming over here where you enter the space, and one entrance is given over here, or a door is placed over here to access the backyard. So we have to again look into consideration where these two zones are falling after placing the Vastu Chakra to understand if the actual location of the entrances is good or bad to see the final output of it. Now let us see the next thing over here. So here I've just taken one common apartment floor. This is your entire space. Like I said, if this is almost one third, at least this will be considered along with your space. So this is a balcony. As you can see, the first main entrance is over here. That is entrance into the building living space. This is coming through this. The second that we have is an entrance only that is accessible to the balcony. Even though it is a full length door, but there can be a movement of a person. So this will also be considered. So at what zone is this opening seen is what we'll consider. And at what zone is this opening falling is also something that we'll consider. And again, we'll be able to understand if it's a good or a bad placement. Now, since you have understood this, let us first understand how to mark entrances on a Vastu Chakra. Now, like I said, there are a total of 32 entrances. You will be understanding how that comes up now. But let us start off with the thing. On a basic note, as we have covered in our, previous sessions where we have taught you how to mark the zones, we have been able to understand each zone spans for a complete degree of 22.5. Correct, where your 0 degree lies in your exact north direction, and since because of that you will have a 11.25 degrees on the left and 11.25 degrees on the right. So in one zone you will be able to have two entrances basically in this one zone. So your each entrance spans for a degree of 11.25. So this is one entrance, this is one entrance. So similarly you have 8 entrances for the north dedicated, you have 8 entrances for the east dedicated, you have 8 entrances for the south dedicated, and you have 8 entrances dedicated for the west. These entrances are nomenclatured as N1, N2, N3, N4, N5, N6, N7, N8, and N8 for the north. Similarly, E1 to E8 for the east, S1 to S8 for the south, and W1 to W8 for the west. So like I said, coming into the basic terminology and understanding, this is how you're going to divide your entrances on your Vastu Chakra. So let me give you a quick run through of what I mean to say. Like imagine, let us take a zone of north-northwest. Like I said, the entire zone of north-northwest is a complete of 22.5, out of which each, with your directional, a line that runs through in the middle, you'll have 11.25, 11.25 again on either sides. So when this zone is split into half, you will have two equal zones that can be considered as entrances. So here you will have N2 and N3 zone. That is specifically for your entrances that fall under your north-northwest zone. Okay, please do not get confused for that. Next, let us understand another typology. So imagine you have a plot. Okay, you have one complete plot, but you have two individual houses with no common wall. Each of these walls have their own individual entrances. They don't share a common wall, they're not connected. So at this time, there are two ways of how we consider the Vastu. Plot level, definitely we'll consider it. But building level, this will have its own location of Vastu Chakra placement on it. Similarly, this will have an individual Vastu Chakra placement on it. Okay, so you will find the center for this particular, what you say, building once, and then you will find the placement of this building once. So this is the way you analyze this. Now let us consider this plot. Again, plot level, it will be the same for both, but here you can see this is a joint, what you say, two plots which share a common wall. One thing you will consider to understand if the center of the plot will be taken individually for the building or overall is if there's a movement between the both houses here. Since there is no, it's only a common wall that is shared, but no movement from this space to another. Here also, center of the plot will be considered for each of them and not all together. Okay. Next thing that I want to give you an example, again coming to the thing. Let us consider plot level entrance. So this is your first entire plot. Sorry, this is your entire building. This is your entire plot. Now, like you can see, we have two entrances in plot level. We'll check the zonal location of that. And here you can see there are two entrances happening for individual spaces that is divided by a common wall. So again, when you're taking the Vastu Chakra, you will take it individually for plot building built one and building space built two, but not a, like what I'm trying to say is you will not take a Vastu Chakra like this for the entire building, but rather you will take it individually for plot 1 and plot 2. But when you see in this picture that you see over here, again, when you consider this particular thing, let me draw it. When you take the Vastu Chakra for the plot level, you will be placing it like this. But when you take Vastu Chakra for the building level, you'll be able to see that this is a common, what you say, building connected with a pathway here. Even though there are two separate entrances that are leading from the outside, this entire thing will be considered as one because there's a continuity in the space. So while taking the Vastu Chakra, you will be taking the entire plot and then finding your Vastu Chakra. Okay, and then placing your Vastu Chakra. Next, coming into the overall of whatever we have taught, this is how you basically have your entire entrances that is going to be there. And in which zone each of these fall is what I've allocated here. And again, center of the plot will be taken from the center of the building. Okay. And yeah, this is pretty much it from my end. We'll definitely discuss more in detail about the what each of these entrances are associated with and what are the good things and bad things that you can expect with the placements of each of them in different zones. Okay, so I hope it kind of broke down a better understanding for you in terms of how to approach entrances as per Vastu. Thank you.